Do you remember how we promised to love each other and honour and obey each other?
Did we?
Yeah, and how you promised to respect my wishes?
That's right, didn't I?
But there's a little honour I need to respect now, if you don't mind.
Everything did.
Shoes! This is a new couch and I don't want anything to damage it.
Yes, dear.
Have you checked the post this morning?
No, dear.
Would you like to check the post this morning?
Why, dear?
The cheque from the Loan Society is due today. Come on, shift yourself.
What's wrong with your legs?
Oh, gosh, you are a selfish so-and-so. Anybody would think you didn't mind living in debt the way you're acting. This is our big chance.
Well, the toast might get cold, but all right, if it
Oh,
makes you feel
no,
better.
forget it. You sit there and read your paper and I'll... That's not the paper, is it?
It is a paper, yes, dear.
Yes, but it's not the normal newspaper, though, is it?
Well, any paper is a newspaper, dear. It just depends what sort of news you're looking for.
Yes, but that's one of those things that people put adverts in, isn't it? To buy and sell second-hand junk.
Well, one man's junk is another man's treasure, dear.
Oh, what are you talking about? So, got any plans for the weekend, then?
No, not really.
Good, because then you can clear out the 2 treasure rooms upstairs, can't you?
Ha ha. Right, come on, what we've got. Coins. Cards. Cards. This thing's as bad as the local people for card outlets. Come on, give me something. Oh, coffee grinder. Do with a pot for that coffee grinder upstairs. Coins. Here we go. Old shillings. No, plenty of them. Pre-war pennies. Yeah, wouldn't waste the glass on them. Old farthings. Small change, really. Aha! Full set, Spanish doubloon, 17th century, asking price 2,500. Oh, fair price, I suppose. And if the cheque came from the Loan Society today, I'd have the money to buy them.
It's here!
Brilliant! Spanish doubloons, here we come! Now what else do we have? Oh, an old oil-powered lawnmower. Fetch a fair price in the right pair of hands. All I've got to do is find the right pair of hands.
It's here! 10. Oh, with £2, we can do it!
We can?
With this, we can do exactly what we want to do.
Brilliant!
£3,000 to clear the credit card debt.
Okay.
And £2,000 for a new bathroom.
Okay.
And £2,000 for new carpet.
Carpets.
And £500 to landscape the garden if we get the professionals in. We never have the time to do it anyway, and you know, I'm getting tired of people wandering off the footpath into our back garden. We need a big fence out of there, a big tall one.
Yes.
I get as many door-to-door salesmen coming to the patio doors as I do to come into the front door, and I'm getting a bit sick of it.
That makes £7,500.
I know.
Which leaves me us £2,500 spare.
I know. And do you know what?
What?
I think we should spend the last £2,500 on whatever you want.
You do?
What you really, really want.
Oh, that's okay then.
I'm thinking that's enough spending on sensible things. We should spend some of the money on ourselves just because we can afford to treat ourselves now and again.
Oh, I agree entirely.
And I know what secret's been burning inside of you for so long.
You do?
So I'm going to let you spend the money on precisely what you want.
Oh, that's okay.
Florida.
Florida?
Yes.
Oh, Florida! As in the Spanish Main. Ships laden with gold, heading all for the foundries of Madrid, destined to be melted down and turned into Spanish doubloons.
Oh, darling, you're so romantic. Take me there.
Oh, I will.
Good. The travel agent's opened at 9 this morning.
Travel agents?
Well, how else are we going to get there, silly?
Holiday.
Just think, we haven't had one in years. And since your brother told us all about it 2 years ago, and now we've waited for this moment, and now we can realise our dream. Oh, this is wonderful. Right, I'm going to take this cheque down to the bank this morning, and then we can go and order the carpets and the landscape gardener, and call in at the bathroom showrooms and finish off with the travel agents.
Right, okay.
Did you make me a drink?
What? No, I didn't know you wanted one.
Oh, you are a selfish so-and-so, always thinking about what you want. Still, never mind, those days are behind us now. With this money, we can think about what we want for a change. Right, I'm going to go and get dressed, and then I'll phone my mum and tell her our plans. Then I'll come down here, drink my coffee, and then we'll go out, the 2 of us. How about that?
Fine.
Oh, look, I know we took this week off to catch up on jobs on the house, but let's have today just for ourselves, shall we?
Okay.
You know, I'm thinking that when we've been to the carpet shop and the bank and the bathroom showrooms and the garden centre and especially the travel agents, well, we could have a romantic lunch. And then, well, this afternoon, I don't see why we have to do do you want to work on the house when it's just the two of us here together?
Oh, I agree entirely.
Ollie?
Yes?
Love you.
Go again. Excuse me a second, I just,
Thank you, sir. Oh, nice house, sir. Very pleasant.
Just a moment. Excuse me, who are you?
Oh, just an old gypsy woman, sir, trying to get by. I got things to sell, sir. Can I show you?
No, look, I'm sorry, our garden's not part of the public footpath at the end. Will you please leave?
I've got charms, sir, to increase your look. You're standing with the boss, the ladies, that special person in your life.
No, look, I'm sorry. Look, could you please leave?
I've got furniture polished very cheap. I can compete with anybody on the high street.
No, look, I'm sorry.
I got dishcloths.
No.
I got string.
No.
I got soap,
No.
sir.
No. Look, the last time. Just...
I got toys. I got earrings. Pictures.
No.
I got coins.
Did you say coins?
Might have.
What kind of coins? 10p for 20 pence, that sort of thing?
Oh, no, sir. Rare coins. The sort that collectors buy.
Alright, let's have a look and see what you've got then.
Oh, hold this a minute, sir, will you? I know it's in there somewhere. I saw it just this morning. Ah! Here we are.
That's a German mark from the Holy Roman Empire. It's worth...
Yes?
not that much really. There was commoners milk. I'll give you a pound.
A pound? Are you sure that's all it's worth?
Well, to a collector, it's quite valuable if part of a set of some 200 other coins put on its own. It's quite, I'll give you a fiver.
A fiver now? Are you trying to swindle me, sir?
Swindle? Never. What? I bet you've got far too early to be thought of for the likes of anyone.
I think you want this coin for yourself.
But I wouldn't do that. That would be selfish. I'm not a selfish person, honestly, I'm not. Tell you what, when you come in and have some tea, you can't, I've drunk it all. I'm fresh out of tea bags. In fact, fresh out of coffee as well. So you can't stay, so never mind, you'll have to go. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you £10 for the coin, and I'll take some string, and I'll take a cloth as well. Yeah, that's £10 for the coin, the string, and the cloth. That's more than fair.
£10 now, sir. And you expect the string and the dust cloth for free?
No, I didn't say that, did I say that?
I think you did, sir.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what then, I'll take £11 there for the coin and the string and the cloth and things. So, take these and oh gosh, we're everywhere. The coin.
Sir, I can't let you give me a whole pound for the other things, the string and the dust cloth.
Of course not. I thought you were a bit expensive. I mean, a pound for string and dust cloth, sir. Who would buy them? Who will get change?
No. But since you collect coins, sir, you can have this. That might make the value up to £11.
Strange. Two-headed coin. And you'll throw this in for free.
I will.
Possibly Roman with the word Veritas on one side. Don't recognise either of the heads. Don't recognise any markings. Don't recognise this at all.
You won't, sir. It's a special coin. It's a talisman called the conscience coin.
Where is it?
Not many of them about.
Expensive?
Its value cannot be measured.
What's it supposed to do? Ward off evil spirits?
No, sir. It's symbolic, not protective.
Symbolic of what?
The two faces of your conscience, sir. The honest side and the dark side. Why don't you toss the coin, sir, and examine your conscience? Good day.
Twin faces of my conscience, indeed.
Darling, will you get the door?
What's wrong with your legs? Oh, never mind, of course, darling.
like it.
Marty, that one was mine.
Have you touched it yet?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Oh, no matter. Thanks for the warning.
Suppose I'd better go make myself one then.
Oh, and another tea bag for me, would you please, Ollie? And a couple of rounds of toast. I'm starving.
Hang on a minute. I don't believe I could ever be as self-centered as you. Oh, you can be sometimes.
You're a fantastic host, Ollie. The best friend a man has had, well, for the last couple of years anyway.
What happened to your best friend before me?
Oh, he went bankrupt. We were in business together. It was great being a managing director, you know. I had a business card, my name on it, a share of the profits, wheeler-dealer life of an entrepreneur, a mover and a shaker, a captain of British industry.
What was the business?
Buying and selling second-hand goods. I tell you, Ollie, I have a razor-sharp ability to spot a sure deal at 1,000 yards. Nothing is unsaleable. Left-handed screwdrivers, non-stick glue, all the possibilities are endless.
So hang on, if your partner went bankrupt, why didn't you?
He was the money, you see, I was the ideas man. Anyway, Ollie, what about this tea and toast? This one nearly finished.
I've got to go and put the kettle on. So what brings you over today?
Brittany.
Spears or some other permutation I've not heard of?
Region of France, famous for its bayeux tapestries.
I know what it's famous for, Marty. Get on with it. You always talk dramatically when there's something going on.
Oh, you're sharp, you are, Ollie boy. You're not wrong. You know, the first time I met you, I said to myself, Marty, that lad's sharp. If he sticks with you, he'll go a long way.
Get on with it.
Coins.
Coins?
Coins, well, a coin for, to be exact, to be held in Cherbourg.
I thought Cherbourg was in Normandy, not Brittany.
Well, Normandy, Brittany, does it really matter?
The Allies thought so at D-Day. Tempting idea though, when is the coin fair?
This weekend. Now, plans this. We'll go down by train to the south coast this afternoon, overnight ferry to Cherbourg, book into a 5-star hotel, ready for the coin fair opening tomorrow lunchtime, just when all the best deals will fall into our laps.
Yeah, sure, Marty. It's a long way to go on the chance of a good deal.
Speculative trade, old boy, speculate to accumulate, seek and ye shall find, reap as ye shall sow. With your generosity, business acumen, good sense, sound British thinking, I just know we can turn in a tidy profit.
Generosity?
Yes, don't interrupt all. As I was saying.
What generosity?
Oh, just a few expenses. As I was saying.
Such as?
Well, just the fare down to the south coast, that's all. I'll pay you back triple out of your share of the profit.
Hang on a second. You want me to pay for your train fare to the coast, but you're okay for the ferry crossing?
Not exactly. Ollie, old boy, I thought that you, out of the goodness of your heart, would pay for an old war veteran and a colleague like me the ferry fare as well.
War veteran colleague? I didn't know you were in the forces. What were you? Army?
No.
Navy?
No.
Air Force?
Not exactly.
TA, ATC, Naval Reserve?
None of those, actually. It was my leg, you see, that made me leave after a pitiful short period of service. I could have stayed the course, you know. What's that famous quote? Every man feels meanly of himself for not having been a soldier and not having been at sea. Shakespeare said that.
Samuel Johnson, actually. And which military institution forced you out after only a few weeks? It wasn't one of those I mentioned. I can't think who it could have been. Although, no.
You're
There's only one more it could be.
Yes.
You weren't.
I'm proud of it.
You couldn't have been.
Oh, I was.
Not the French Foreign Legion.
What? Oh, the Boys Brigade.
Figures. So, about this generosity, I'm paying for your train fare and your ferry crossing to Cherbourg?
As I said before, I'll pay you back double out of your share of the profit.
It was triple a moment ago.
Was it? Oh, don't recall.
I do. I'm not sure, Marty. We've got lots on at the moment.
We?
I mean, yeah, we've got our eye on some things that we'd like to buy.
We? That sounds like the voice of a woman talking, Ollie.
It was both our idea, Marty. Helen and I have arranged for some money to come in.
Oh, as I told you at it's your funeral.
What?
It's your funeral.
What do you mean by that?
Well, as I told you at your wedding, old boy, you let the little woman have her way from the start, and you'll never hear the last of it.
If I recall, I didn't know you when I married her.
Oh, must have been some other poor bloke who needed saving from the fairer sex.
And what goes on in my marriage is no concern of yours, friend or not.
Oh, far be it from me to offer the hand advice or the voice of friendship to a colleague in need, afloat. Nay, adrift on a sea of despair, wrapped in the thralls, the slavery of the fairer sex. Oh, what a horrible thought.
Never married then?
What do I need a woman for?
Dress sense, cleanliness. How about some advice on your personality?
Sorry, Helen, didn't see you there.
Have a look.
What's going on?
Pardon?
Well, whenever you hello love me, it means there's something going on. What is it?
I resent that. In all the years we've been married, have I ever said hello love to you when I've been trying to hide something?
Yes.
Well, no more.
The time when you got that contractor in on the cheap to do the bathroom, when my dad had given you the name of a perfectly good, reputable time-served builder. The time you paid for yourself and 2 of your mates to go to the football match instead of clearing your overdraft. The time you went off to Amsterdam on your brother's stag weekend, when we had been asked to help run the church charity auction. Not to mention every time we would go out for a meal, where if it's my turn to pay, we always seem to end up in a good restaurant, which I don't mind.
So that's a good thing.
When it's your turn to pay, it's some roadside pub lunch at which you puff and puff at anything over $6.95 on the menu.
What apart from that?
Flowers for my birthday.
Well, you love those flowers.
Yes, and so did Mrs. Johnson.
I'm glad she appreciated them too. I always said she was a kind old lady with impeccably good taste.
She said she liked them in the vase, but she preferred them in their original environment.
Growing wild on the Scottish hillside.
Growing in her front garden.
Spontaneity is the spice of life, dear.
That's what I always say.
So what's left?
Oh, an ugly word, Helen. If I had my way, the world would be a better place. I say to anybody who's prepared to listen, there'd be no need for theft, greed, possessions. We'd all share and share alike. We'd all give equally of our time and generosity to those in need. We all have our needs, Helen.
Yes, and right now, one of mine centres on getting this chair back and getting you out of my house. No offence.
Well, I would actually, but my good friend Ollie here has just offered me some tea and toast.
Has he? And where's the offer to make me tea and toast? Honestly, Oliver, you have your good days, but, I know you think more of yourself than every other person alive, but I didn't think I came behind him.
I don't. It's just, well, you know Marty.
Oh, yes, I know Marty. Swift of word and slow to volunteer. I've never been to his house, but I bet it's got glass doors in it.
Hey?
Definitely saw you coming. Well,
Well, what?
well, whilst we're on the subject, you were going to make me a cup of coffee. Have you made it yet? That would be a no, then. I suppose I'd better make it myself.
Oh, Helen, whilst you're on your feet, have you felt the weight of that mug?
Well, what's wrong with it?
It's empty. Thanks, Helen. You're a love. 2 sugars. Oh, and, sorry, Helen.
Yes.
Would you be honouring the original offer made by Ollie to my good self?
Pardon?
2 rounds of toast. Like you buttered. Please. As I said before, Ollie, let the little woman have her way from the start and you're back-footed for the rest of your life.
I consider leaving at this point.
Why are you going somewhere?
Well, but you might want to if you don't want that toaster wrapping around your neck.
Oh, I cannot stand violence. I'll go to the little boys' room while you 2 settle your differences.
Settle up, hang on a second. It wasn't me who started this.
Oh, every manager is entitled to his little differences, Oliver. The only thing is that you shouldn't involve a colleague and friend like myself. I don't want to be in the middle of it. Oh, I've been the innocent bystander in these incidences before when marital differences come to the fore, usually when the little woman gets above herself.
Helen is not above herself, Marty. We enter our marriage as equal partners.
Equal? Ha ha! Men and women equal? Oh, I curse the day when the old Victorian gentlemen's clubs closed their doors. The British Empire wasn't built on men and women being equal. Oh, no doubt they mean well. Everything's all right until they decide to turn a man out into the cold, bitter and broken as shadow of his former self.
Don't be so melodramatic. You may not like Helen, but I do, and I'm married to her after all.
I hope this doesn't stop you going to Cherbourg, Ollie. Think of it, the opportunity.
The conscience coin does have a use. Do I go and spend the money with Helen, or do I go with Marty to Cherbourg? There's the coins in the paper. Unusual. One side symbolises light, the other symbolises dark. And there's the word veritas, truth. Wonder what truth there is in this. Dark. Typical.
What is?
Who are you?
Well, you should know. You called me.
How?
You flipped the coin. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. I mean, I can barely touch you.
I don't believe this. You're mad.
No, it's quite simple. You see, you flipped the coin and that called me. You wanted my advice, so here I am.
Who you are? Who are you?
Your conscience.
My what?
Your conscience. I'm you, or rather, the conscience of you. You see, I know you very well because I talk to you all the time, only normally you can't see me like this.
Then how?
But you see, it's the coin, it's a talisman. It manifested me. So, what seems to be the problem?
I don't believe this is happening to me.
Oh, don't worry, you're not going mad. I mean, think how good it is to have your conscience around. Think of all that free advice you're going to get.
What am I going to tell Helen?
Oh, you don't have to tell her anything.
I'll tell her something when she comes in here and sees you dressed like that.
I suppose you want toast as well.
Pardon?
Toast, how many rounds?
But Oliver, she can't see me.
Helen? No?
No, you've never passed up on somebody offering to make you food before.
She can't hear me either.
Really?
Yes, really, you've never passed up on that before. Are you feeling all right?
I think so.
What? You're not sure? Well, look, if you don't want any toast, I'll make you another drink. Look, Marty stays for one and then he goes, all right?
Yeah, okay.
What? You don't seem sure.
Oh, it's nothing, just something Marty was telling me just now.
Oh, no. Not another one of his money-making schemes. Oliver, promise me you won't agree to get involved in anything stupid.
Marty does have a point, you know.
What?
I said, promise me you won't get involved in anything stupid.
No.
Well, think of all those valuable coins in Cherbourg that might be there.
We've got so much to do today, Oliver. It'll be great to get straight once and for all.
And then there's the Spanish coins in the paper, but, well, never mind.
I see.
Oh, look, I'm glad you do. I'm sorry for getting annoyed earlier. You know, you can be selfish and ignorant and incapable of thinking about anybody else, but, you know, deep down to you, there's a side to you I like. You can be quite considerate, you know.
Really?
Sounds like she's trying to get around you, Oliver. Flattery, compliments.
Compliments?
Of course, compliments aren't I allowed to do, my husband.
She'll be telling you that you are the one I married next.
You are the one I married after all.
And then comes the declaration of love.
And I do love you, you know.
Yes, I know you do.
Do you know, it's funny how someone who loves you so much can be so underhanded.
But you know, even though you can be selfish, you're not half as bad as Marty. Honestly, Oliver, I really don't know where you found him.
Underhanded?
Exactly the word that I was looking for. Devious, conniving and manipulative.
She could almost be talking about herself.
That's unfair.
What? You just agreed with me just now. It was underhand.
Yes, I know I did.
Well, what's so unfair about it then?
Nothing, it doesn't matter, I'm sorry.
Oh, Oliver, you're not making any sense.
I think she's trying to trap you, Oliver.
No.
No, right, well, I'm glad you agree. Oliver, are you feeling all right?
I think so.
Don't tell her about me, Oliver. She's not going to believe you.
Probably.
Probably. Either you are or you're not.
So you better just keep it to yourself.
Best keep it to myself.
Why? Oh, look, if you're going all funny on me, I should go back to the kitchen. Tea all right? And we can get rid of your strange guest. I'm beginning to get the creeps.
Well, you said she couldn't see you.
I don't think she can.
You do me a favour, you take your feet off the couch, please. It's a new couch, and Helen will go mad if she sees this.
I don't think she can see me, but oh, I'll take them off if it makes you feel better.
Well, even so, I mean, it's me as well. Well, if she wasn't talking about you, who was she talking about?
Well, she must have been talking about Marty.
Oh, him.
What do you mean, oh, him? You like him.
I suppose.
There's no suppose about it, you know you do.
He's conniving. No, he's a bit of a rogue.
Yes, but that's a quality you like. I mean, you like that in yourself.
Did I?
Yes, I mean, when you go to the cinema, who do you root for? The blonde hero or the dark anti-hero?
Depends on the story, I suppose.
Right, Superman or Batman?
Not Batman.
You see, you like the dark anti-hero, and I suppose you like James Bond.
No talk.
There you go. Marty represents the rogue that you want in you. He represents the spirit of free enterprise and he's got a great eye for a business opportunity.
As I said, he's conniving.
Opportunist, there's a difference.
He's a liar.
Well, I just said innovative. What are you doing?
What? I'm nothing.
Oh. Don't flip the coin, will you?
Why not?
Well, no reason. Oh, it's just that, you see, one side summons me, and the other one sends me away.
Really?
Don't really want to send me away yet, do you?
Oh, well, surely if one flip sends you away, another flip can bring you back.
Yes, but...
Oh, about time, thank you for that.
Well, pardon? Excuse me a second. Where's my conscience gone?
Oliver, I too am your conscience.
That's sort of what the other one said.
Well, she does tend to exaggerate.
Exaggerate.
Well, lie. Well, she was sort of telling the truth when she said she was one side of your conscience.
How do you mean?
Well, she is called dark and I am light, and we are forms of your conscience.
But neither one of you looks like me.
We don't need to, Oliver. We are merely an apparition. Only you can see and hear us. We can touch you and you can touch us, but we can't harm you. Well, I certainly can't. I am here to guide you, whereas she is here to, interfere.
No. We're not going to do the same thing and jump on the couch, because it's a new couch and someone doesn't like that, you know, so
Of course not, Oliver. I am not here to interfere. I am here to help you, and far be it for me to do anything that you don't like.
Hmm. So, you don't like my dark side then?
Well, I wouldn't say that. She's just opportune. I am light and she is dark. I am your good side and she is your...
Evil?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. She's more opportunistic. There is good and evil in every person, and it's up to you and your conscience to sort out the difference. Take, for instance, your current situation. You want to spend the money on... Helen wants to spend the money on home improvements, going on holiday, and all sorts of practical things. Whereas you want to spend the money on foreign coins. Now, which do you think would be more beneficial to Helen?
Well, that's easy. The things that she suggested.
And would that also be of benefit to you?
I suppose it would, really.
And would spending the money on rare coins benefit you more?
No, I suppose not. I guess you're right.
Oliver, I am not right. It is you who are right or wrong. I just help.
Just here to advise.
Well, if you'll pardon the pun, just here to shed a little light on the matter.
Let's see.
Ho ho, champion!
Oh no, don't get too comfortable, Marty. We're very busy today, so you just have this and then you'll have to go, okay?
Thought we had matters of business to discuss.
I think business is concluded, Marty. Yes, you've heard my wife. We're very busy today.
So all this, say I'm very disappointed, Ollie, very disappointed indeed.
That's sort of blackmail. I've heard Helen. We've got a lot on them, and we're going to spend the afternoon together.
Well, if that's how you feel, which place is mine?
Oh, I don't mind, Marty. Why don't you toss a coin for her? Look, here's one.
Helen!
Right, well, I'll take this one then.
Oh, no.
Well, don't tell me you want some toast now.
That's okay, landed on light. Sorry, just,
Well, if that's what you think, I'll take the other one.
Oh, that's fine. Yes, that's okay. That's all right.
I think I ought to go and make some toast.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
Back in a minute, darling.
Yeah.
Ollie, I beg of you to reconsider.
I can't and I won't, Marty. Look, mate, it's like this.
Nice little thing, where did you get it?
That, from a gypsy.
Worth much?
No, not much.
Good luck, if it's a praise for it.
Marty, could you put the coin back, please?
Well, I'm doing you a favour.
Just, you put the coin back, please.
What do you want it there? It's only a piece of scrap tin. You've got hundreds of other coins, you said so yourself. What's special about this one?
Sentimental reasons.
I think you're holding out on me, Ollie.
Look, Marty, put it back.
You've never spoken to me like that before, Ollie. You never used that tone of voice. I'm offended, nay, shocked.
Look, Marty, you've taken the coin without asking me. You've tried to pocket the coin without asking, and now you're acting all offended as if you were the hurt party.
I am the offended party. That's exactly what I am.
Look, Marty.
And I shall take this as some small recompense for my injured character.
Please put the coin back.
Don't scare me.
Put it back, Marty.
Threats? Is this what our friendship has come to, Ollie? Threats?
Right. This is the last chance. I'm not going to ask you again. You've taken advantage of people and me all the time. This ends here. The coin, Marty. Do I have to phone the police over this?
What a worthless coin.
The coin, now. Oh, it's alright, it's landed on light. Where's Helen gone?
Here we are.
Oh, thank you, darling.
What's the matter, Marty? Not eating? Wrong kind of butter?
I'm sorry, Helen. You know, something funny came over me.
No, that's alright. Me. Sorry, no, Marty was just admiring my coin and was about to give it back.
Oliver, she does bring out the worst in you. It's a good thing I'm here to balance her out.
Sorry, she wasn't even here. Anyway, sorry.
For what?
What? Oh, nothing. I just started to lose my temper with Marty just now a little bit.
Oh, no.
And I took it out on Marty.
Oh,
For which I apologise.
In that case, your apology is accepted. And a small item of remorse might be acceptable in recompense.
although she does have her uses, Ollie.
What do you mean?
I mean, it seems only right that a small recompense be paid to my good self for having upset me so with your disparaging comments.
Disparaging comments or not, Oliver, this one needs persuading nicely that the coin does not belong to him.
Pardon? I don't follow. If you came across the worst side of Oliver's tongue, then it's high time you realised you were dealing with the nice one of the partnership, Marty. Oliver's far too much of a gentleman to lose his temper with anyone.
Don't you believe it?
Whereas I am a slightly different matter. Now, what are you doing with that coin?
I say it's a small matter of recompense.
Will not be paid to you by any man other than our hospitality, Marty. Look, I was raised to never take without asking, and although I may be a little selfish from time to time,
I'll let the word little pass for now.
thank you, dear, that coin belongs to me and no other, and I will not stand for you retaining it without my consent, which, by the way, I do not give. I know you are an honourable man yourself, Marty.
Oh, I am.
His reputation is beyond reproach.
Oh, it is.
Considered by many in the Rosing Crown to be a paragon of virtue.
That has been said by many kinder voices than my own.
And of quite character.
A solid character.
He'll be halfway home before he's realised you've both insulted him.
Yes.
You lead by example.
So that your friends will never make the same mistakes that you have made.
Too kind. I would deny it, of course, but who am I to question the wisdom of my peers?
And never have we seen one so generous with his time,
His advice.
his friendship.
And his appetite.
It will be an honour for anyone to shake your hand.
Let me shake yours now, sir.
Oliver, you've done the right thing, although I'm not quite so sure it's been in the right way.
Swizzle.
Please don't mention it.
Sorry. Sit here quietly and drink my tea.
Oh, be quiet, Marty.
And in case you feel like ganging up on me again, may I remind you that I can only be insulted so much before I feel that my presence is unwelcome, in response to which I would consider discretion to be the better part of valor.
Marty, what are you blathering on about?
I'd leave.
Oh, no. Oh, well, don't let us stop you. I'm sure there's somebody else that's waiting to have a little darkness shone into their lives, and every second you waste here with us is a second less spent with them.
Oh, you stupid woman.
Oh, don't you want me?
Well, I was trying to be serious.
And I was trying to be sarcastic, but you know, really, Marty, there are too few overbearing, pompous, male chauvinistic windbags in this world. You know, it seems so selfish to limit your circle of friends to those who despise you.
Now look here.
Well, you know, if I wanted to get close to a smelly, fat, greasy walrus who brayed constantly and didn't care what anyone else said and flapped its flippers for attention and said, look at me, I'm hard done to with every breath. Then I'd have gone to work for Chester Zoo or volunteered for Greenpeace. Although, hang on a minute, that would have meant I'd have to save your miserable copious hides, and you can't see me in my wellies on Morecambe Sand Flats trying to drag you off at low tide, so forget Greenpeace, bad idea.
Do you know what? This coin's gone to the wrong person. What a woman!
Still here, Marty?
I will not leave to my good friend and confidant here dismisses me. After all, us men have matters of business to discuss.
Well, then you can discuss them in front of me.
Oh, I would not have like to fill your pretty little head with matters of importance, Ellen, my love. Have you got something to do in the kitchen with your pots and pans?
Wrap them round your head for a start.
You better do something quickly, Oliver.
Why?
My thoughts exactly.
Because after this morning's news, I can buy a new set when I've used the old ones to reorganise your face.
Ah, coming to money, are we? Perfect.
Well, no, not exactly, Marty, so don't get your hopes up. I've just saved some money from my last paycheck and was thinking about using kitchen pans.
That's as may be. Oliver?
Well, look, Marty, Helen's right, we don't have any money coming in. If I were you, I'd leave before Helen throws something large, heavy and redundant at you.
Oh, I can't do that, love, because I need you to come to the bank with me later, dear.
Think of the money, Oliver.
Well, I won't stay where I'm not wanted.
Not wanted, Marty?
No.
No, not really.
I will not tarry where the open road of opportunity lets me.
Well, you know where the front door is, don't you?
£10,000, Oliver. Spend a quarter now and a few years back, you're going to get 10,000 back. Just think. Only you've got to do something now.
I'll show you to the door, Marty. When Oliver does it, you never really seem to go.
Oh, I'll leave. I will not stay where I am not wanted. I'll see myself out.
So kind, so generous, so get out and shut the door behind you. Oliver, bring out the dishes, would you love?
Yes, love.
Well, that was an opportunity wasted.
What's the matter with you? A few moments ago you wanted me to pressurise him. Well, anyways, you almost sound like you wanted him to stay. But the sun changed your heart.
Well, Marty represents an opportunity, Oliver. But never mind, if you don't want to think of the money, it's all right. You want Helen to do Helen's bidding, that's fine, you know, that's what she does.
What?
Organises you. Tells you what to do. It's no wonder you go out and work on your own.
Helen calls it being selfish.
And she isn't. Ruling the roost all the time, going round, bossing you about, generally ruling the roost.
Helen does not rule the roost. It's not as if I jump every time she shouts.
What about it?
I didn't hear the door bang. Has Marty gone?
Go.
Good, well, hurry up with the dishes then.
You were saying?
Anyway, look, she doesn't rule the roost, and I don't do everything she says. If you can take your shoes off or put your feet off the couch, please. Well, it's not just about me, it's both of us.
As good as Helen is, anyway. Marty represents an opportunity, Oliver. You need, think of the money. If Marty goes off to Cherbourg and gets an investment, you can be here all on your own with Helen and not got a penny. What would she think to that? She'd be...
Well, I couldn't go off with Marty.
Well, why not?
Helen's back after the way he's behaved.
Why not? I mean, surely if he comes and gets a good business opportunity, Helen will be surprised when he's dropped you in a few years' time.
Drop me? Marty wouldn't drop me. He's my friend. Well, sort. Maybe a user. Anyway, I think Helen would be glad if he did drop me. No, Marty would never drop me. The only way he needs me to finance his various business ventures. The only way he'd drop me was if he suddenly came into...
Yes?
There's no way he'd suddenly come into money, is there? Cherbourg. The coin convention. Got to go with him or we'll beat me to the deal.
Cherbourg, I hadn't thought of that. Do you really think he'd stop with a business opportunity and take it up?
What if he had the chance?
And do you really think he'd stay friends with you once his investments have paid off?
Not like that.
Oh, I wonder what Helen would think when in few years' time you haven't got any money and there's Marty with all of the profits. He'd probably laugh at you for missing up on such an opportunity, wouldn't he?
I've got to go there instead and beat him to the deals.
What about Helen, Helen, though, wouldn't she object?
We'll get rid of her for a few days. She's been dying to get her hands on the money ever since it arrived. If I can call in a few contractors to do work over the next 2 or 3 days, I can pack Helen off to her mother's with a suitcase, and when her back's turned, sneak over the child to Cherbourg.
Oliver, the dishes!
Very good. Thanks.
Oh, no problem. After all, you know, it was just you making your mind up, wasn't it?
Certainly is. Hang on a second. Like I said, you were the dark side of my conscience. You're not doing all this for selfish reasons, are you?
Selfish? Me? Certainly not. There's one thing you've got to understand, Oliver. Don't confuse selfishness with reason. Anyway, I didn't make your mind up about anything. You did this all on your own.
Oh, that's right, I did, didn't I?
After all, Oliver, I'd never manipulate you. You're far too clever for that.
Oh, thanks.
There, you're losing it, old boy. Aren't you talking to yourself like that? In fact, having a whole conversation with yourself. I think it's daft. Nay, balmy. Well, only people that have gone queer in the head start talking to themselves, and that's a fact. Strange how these things happen. I mean, you never find me talking to myself. Now, where's that loan he was talking about? Ah, naughty old boy. Bingo. So you thought you were going to Cherbourg by yourself, did you? To steal all the best deals? Well, I've got news for you. I wasn't born yesterday. With this money I can make sufficient inroads into my financial situation to make my future secure. Now then, all I have to do is wait till he's got rid of Helen. I'll have to hide, and then the money's mine. In actual fact, I think I'd help him on his way in spending some of that money. Home improvements and things like that. I've got some friends here who, for a consideration, a little rate back, might do some business for him. Now, what does he need? This room looks a bit tatty to begin with. What have we got here? Arthur Bristol's interior decorator. I'll leave these here, it'll remind him. Anthony Bent, financial investments, yes. Now what about the kitchen? Got a little woman. Yeah. Breakwater microwaves? No, I think they've got them. Cold comfort refrigeration and freezer specialists? Probably not. Ah, fitted up kitchens made to measure. Now what about outside? Turned over landscape specialists, there they are. Oops, I think I'd better make myself scarce.
I still need to phone my mum. I still have a nip upstairs to the windows are shut.
What's wrong with you? Of course, never mind, not yet, darling.
Hello, Mum. Hi. You'll never guess what happened this morning. You'll never believe it. No, Oliver did not suddenly make me a drink. Better than that. Did my good-for-nothing husband suddenly start showing me some... No, look, Oliver is... It's not that bad. You know, when is he ever not considerate? Well, apart from then. Well, apart from then as well. Look, I'm not going to argue with you, Mum. He's not that bad. Anyway, show me a man that could be changed by a good woman. Take that, for example. Go on. What's he done now? Really? Well, you know, I'm sure he doesn't think more of his flowers than he does of you. And he would have replaced the dinner steaming vase in its rightful place sooner or later. Yeah, well, anyway, are you going to let me tell you what happened this morning? And you're going to stop interrupting me? Thank you. Well, what? No, I've forgotten. Oh, no, I haven't. No, The cheque arrived. The cheque from the Loan Society. It came this morning. What do you mean you're coming round? Mum, Ollie and I are about to go out. Mum!
Let me guess. We're not going out?
It's Mum. She's coming round.
That's it. We're going. She's not here. I'm not waiting.
Oh, come on, just give her a few minutes longer.
And have her steal your share of the money? Do you really want that?
Look, Helen, I don't intend to give her anything, especially because of why she's coming over.
Why would that be?
Helen, why do you think? As soon as you told her about the cheque, she hung up. And she wants some of the money for herself.
Come on now, Oliver. Don't you think that's being a little bit too mercenary? We're not all like you and Marty, you know.
I'm not being mercenary, love. Your mother's always going on about wanting money for this or for that project, and this cheque's too good an opportunity for her to miss. Look, you could never say no to your mother.
Well, you know, if her request was justified, then maybe. But, I mean, it won't take anything off what we want to do, surely.
Helen can't say no to her mother, Oliver, but you can.
What do you mean?
I mean, we could maybe look around for a few lower quotes and see if we could free up a bit of spare capital.
Well, you've never got on with your mother-in-law, have you really? So think how nice it would be to refuse her.
I see what you mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we could shop around, look for alternatives, downsize, that kind of thing.
I suppose, yeah, I could do that, yeah.
Yeah, of course you could. All you've got to do is phone around. Look, here are these cards that you got out earlier to phone the contractors.
Must you like being ordered around by your mother-in-law and Helen?
I mean, Oliver, it was great. I didn't even know you'd looked these out. It's great to see you, you know, taking this cheque so seriously. You know, for a second, I actually thought you were going to go off to Cherbourg with Marcy.
Yes, your mother-in-law. You don't like being ordered round by her, do you?
No. No.
Well, I'm so glad. So we're agreed then. We'll try and get some cheaper quotes and see if we can get any spare money in case Mum needs a hand.
You've got to put a stop to this, Oliver. I mean, if you had a share of the money for a venture of your own, she'd never be able to get her hands on it, would she?
Cherbourg.
Cherbourg? Do you know, I never thought of that.
What's about Cherbourg?
Look, your mother's going to be here in a few minutes. Now, she'll be here before we get a chance to phone any contractors and agree on what we're going to spend the money on. So, the only way we can stop her is to agree on exactly how we're going to spend the money.
Right, okay, so £3,000 to clear the credit cards and £2,000 for new carpets and £2,000 for a new bathroom, £500 for the garden. And we were going to spend the last £2,500 on a holiday, but I suppose that we could, you know, get it cheaper by using a budget airline.
No.
Oh, right, we need all the money for ourselves, but I think that we could shave a bit of the price of the bathroom and the carpets, and we could do the garden ourselves.
That's it, Oliver. Keep it going.
Look, you could never say no to your mother, but I can. Now, what if you gave me the last £2,500 for projects that say that I wanted to do with as I please? There's no way your mother would take any of the money off me, is there?
Oh, well, okay then. So which do you want? The cards, the carpets, the bathroom, the
Cherbourg.
Cherbourg.
That's it. Go on, you've nearly got to, Oliver.
The coin convention. If you give me the rest of the money, then there's no way she would take any of the remaining £7.5 off her precious daughter, is there? And she'd never know you were playing along.
Well, are you really going to go to this coin thing?
Well, no, of course not. But, well, that has to make it look like it's realistic, don't we? Now, Marcy wants me to leave today. So, in order to put your mother off, we're going to have to leave quickly, run down the bank, drop the cheque off, and then I'll have to disappear overnight, aren't I?
She's almost there, Oliver.
Tell you
Come
what,
on, keep going.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll stay in the B&B down the road. I'll park my car behind the jewellers just off the high street. She'll never find me there.
She's always in there sizing up the new jewellery.
Okay, bakers.
She's out of fresh bread.
Butchers then.
Oh, Dad likes his red meat on a Thursday.
Oh, I'll go behind the bookies for heaven's sake. Don't tell me your mother's not like the rest of us mortals and waits till 7:30 on a Saturday to buy an off-me ticket. Well, I'll find somewhere, just trust me.
And you'll come back in the morning?
If you're away for more than one night, Oliver, you may as well be in Cherbourg.
Well, it's supposed to be a weekend convention, and I have to make it look like I've done more than just stuck my head in the door and come out again. So, tell you what, I'll stay in the B&B for 2 nights. You can have the whole bed to yourself, and when I get back to England on Saturday...
Pardon, I thought you were only going to the B&B.
Well, yeah, when I metaphorically get back to England on Saturday, you and I can go and spend the money on all the things we agreed on.
Oh, yes. Well, okay then, I suppose that makes sense.
Right, now, are we locked up upstairs? Because I don't know about you, and I don't want to wait around a moment longer.
I'm going to check.
Good go.
Well, it's nice to see you're not ruled by Helen after all.
Oh, show me one man that could be persuaded to do anything by a woman.
You got a mirror?
There's nothing any woman could say or do to persuade me to do anything.
Words are not the only weapons we have, Oliver. We have other things as well. All we want is just a little respect in return.
And what happens if I don't?
Oh, you be playing with fire?
But I can say anything I want to you, can't I? It's not as if you can hit me.
Oh.
Ow! You felt that?
You were meant to.
Well, I thought you could hardly touch me.
Oh, it's symbolic.
Symbolic of what? If I'm supposed to summon the twin sides of my... Well, that coin summons the twin sides of my conscience. Surely I should have some say in how I act.
Well, you do. I'm just acting in your best interests.
By clipping you on the back of the head.
Well, that and other things.
I thought, but...
Why do you think I appear to you as a woman, Oliver?
I never really thought about it.
It's the best way that I can advise you.
By hitting me? And anyway, I thought you could hardly touch me. I could feel you. Nice socks, by the way. Red and black, your favourite colours.
They're just images, really. Clothes, I can take them off, put them on, do as I choose, really.
How does that work? If you're not really here, shouldn't there be, I don't know, nothing under your clothing? Shouldn't you be invisible?
Well, take a look under the socks and see.
So what you're saying is that, so by,
I appear to you as flesh and blood because that's how you want me to appear, Oliver.
so because I want to be guided by you, I can feel you.
Oh no, you can feel me because that's the best way that I can guide you.
Hang on a second, do you mean guide me or seduce me?
Well, that's more or less the same thing, Oliver.
Hold on a second. What's my wife going to say when she comes down here in a minute?
She can't see us, don't worry.
She can see me, and she's going to say something when she sees me undressed like this.
But you are happy with what we're doing next, aren't you?
Yes.
Cherbourg.
Cherbourg. What? No, I had it. Sorry. Right, where were we?
Well, about to go out, and you going off on your own?
Right, yes, I was going off on my own. So, as far as anybody is concerned, have you checked upstairs?
Yeah.
Check the kitchen. The done downstairs bathroom. I'll do that. Right. As far as anyone's concerned, I'm going off to Cherbourg with Marty. Okay. Speaking of the devil.
Marty?
What are you doing here?
I appear to have fallen. Would someone be so kind as to help me up?
Here we go again.
Did you go and come back, or did you never leave?
I did, but the door wasn't on the latch properly, so I doubled back and dejected I was, mournful. I was broken-hearted that a true and trusty friend like...
Shoes! What are you blathering about?
Well, I wondered, lonely, as a clown. Shakespeare said that. And I said to myself, Marty, old boy...
Short version, Marty.
Well, I decided in the best interest of friendship never to part on bad terms, which a habit I have of not parting on bad terms, so I decided to come back. So you don't leave any door closed, every friend is a friend for your future, every house...
Shorter!
Well, I decided to come back anyway to make it up with you both, which I appear to have done already. Helen, darling.
So you'll be going now?
At least you have 2 sides to your conscience, Oliver. As for this one.
So, when you're ready, Ollie,
We'll be off.
And where will you be off to?
Cherbourg.
And why would he go to Cherbourg with you when he told you he wasn't going the last time he kicked you out?
Well, when I came back just now, finding the door slightly ajar, which I did, I a chance to overhear the conversation between you both, and although the details were a bit sketchy, I distinctly heard Ollie here say that he booked a hotel in Cherbourg for 2 nights for the coin convention. So when you're ready, Ollie?
Now, just a cotton-picking minute.
That will be the mother-in-law.
Expecting company. Right, we'll leave you to it if your bags are packed, Ollie.
Marty, there's something you should know.
I'm coming. Tell him and get rid of him quickly. That'll probably be Mother. No, better still, you answer the door to Mother and I'll get rid of him.
If you insist. Come in, Mrs. Chandler.
You're going to leave him with her. I'd sooner have a fox look after my chickens while I'm out.
Chandler.
Yes.
Your maiden name, Chandler?
Obviously, yes.
Are there any other Chandlers in the village?
Well, apart from my parents, not that I know of.
Your father's name?
George.
Oh, flipping heck. Your mother's name?
Abigail.
Oh, heaven preserve us, you can't let her in here with me. Here she'll have my gut for garters.
Well, I can see dislike for you runs deep in my family, Marty, so you better leave now and hope you make it to the front door alive.
I can't go out there with her in the hall. Have you got a back door?
Oh, well, you can go through the patio and across the garden and up onto the public footpath if you want
We've
to.
not had the hold on yet.
Oh, heck.
Hold on a few minutes. Why don't you come in and sit down, Mrs. Chandler?
Thank you, I will. Helen, love, how are you?
Well, about to go out, actually, Mum. I mean, why did you come round so quickly? I mean, 1 minute I was talking to you on the phone, then you said you were coming round, hung up, well, here you are.
Can't a mother come and visit her daughter without an excuse? And her handsome son-in-law?
She wants money.
You've never called me that before, Mother.
Oh, do call me Abigail, won't you? You're looking well, Oliver. I do like the way you're doing your hair these days.
My hair?
You've never bothered complimenting him before, Mum. Why start now?
I'm always complimenting him. Such a fine young man.
She's never said that before.
Tall.
Hardly.
Handsome.
Barely.
Generous.
That's it, she's definitely after money.
What, you were supposed to be on my side?
I am. I'm always on your side.
Mum, we were about to go out.
Oh, well, pardon me for dropping by. I only called to see how you were after this morning. I'm all right, thank you for asking. I always said I'd get rid of it if I got the chance. I mean, it's not safe, is it? It's been in the family for years, and nearly every year it causes a catastrophe.
Is she talking about her husband or an appliance?
I could do with a new one, but they cost so much.
Oh, I see. So that's what this is about. Look, Mum, we've already decided what the money's going on, and there isn't much spare.
Much?
Any?
Oh, I didn't say anything about money. I just came round here out of the goodness of my heart to see my beautiful daughter and my generous son-in-law, and suddenly I'm after money. Well, I'm sorry. No, I'm not, as it happens.
Sorry, Mum, I just thought...
Well, you thought wrong. Don't mind me, I shall just continue to risk life and limb every time I enter the kitchen door, because I can't afford to replace the cooker. But don't worry about me, my pension will keep your father and I. We can support ourselves. We don't need any charity, thank you very much. We don't eat as well as we used to. We find that sharing bananas instead of having one each is rather romantic.
Oh, stop it, Mum.
Stop what? I'm only about voicing a fact. And to think my own dog... Sorry.
Oh, look, Mum, don't worry. We'll see if we can't find some money to replace your cooker.
Oh, don't worry about it, Helen, love. You keep your money. I mean, it's mounted in the fitted kitchen, and we'd have to get rid of the whole thing to replace it. And I couldn't expect you to buy me a fitted kitchen. It's just too much.
Well, we could just sort of shop around for some lower quotes for the things we need and see if we could spare something.
Oh, would you? No. It doesn't cost much for a cooker and a fridge freezer and a fitted kitchen these days.
Hang on a minute, Mum. Where did the fridge freezer come in?
Well, I'm sure I mentioned it a few minutes ago.
Well, I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sure I did. You mustn't have offended me. I'd always told her she ought to have string her ears. She was like this when she was a little girl.
You said nothing of the sort, and even if you did, all the money is accounted for. Look, you might be able to possibly stretch to a new cooker for you both, but not a fitted kitchen and a fridge freezer. You simply don't have the money, Abigail.
It's Mrs. Chandler to you, and I expect you to know your place, young man.
Oh, don't be so petty. A few moments ago it was called me Abigail when you wanted something. Now it's a Lady Bracknell impersonation and a snooty attitude.
Don't let Helen come down on her mother's side.
Helen, are you going to let him...
Don't you involve your daughter in this. You're very good at playing the emotional blackmail card when it suits you. Look, we can't afford to let you get your mitts on our money we've budgeted for, and that's that. If you want anything more than a cook, we'll have a whip round and see what loose change we can come up with.
Oliver, that's enough. I can't let you speak to my mother like that.
A whip round? I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Where does she normally go?
Where do you normally go to get insulted? Look, I'm sorry, Mrs. Chandler, but this is all the spare change we have.
Do you know, young man, I don't care a flip about your so-called generosity.
Oliver, I think you'd better calm her down. She is your mother-in-law after all.
Oliver, apologise at once.
I suppose you're right.
And another thing, pardon.
Oliver does speak out of turn sometimes, Mum. He doesn't mean to be rude, but, I mean, he does have a point. You did invite him to call you by your first name and then change your mind when you said you couldn't have any money.
As your daughter said, Mrs. Chandler, all the money is carefully assigned to specific projects.
Such as...
Well done, Oliver. Keep going. She's not quite so angry anymore.
Well, projects that we've waited for ages, Mum. You know, things that we've thought about, things we've dreamed about. You've always wanted me to follow my dreams, haven't you?
Of course I did. I stood by for years, hoping you would turn into a fine young woman of delicate breeding.
Of course.
Demure manners.
Thank you.
The very model of feminine gentleman. Oh. And what are your dreams?
Well, things that we want to have done on the house and some money we've promised to Oliver for a special project he's always wanted.
Always wanted? And what about your poor mother, whisking life and limb in a death trap of a kitchen?
Oh, come on.
The right thing, Oliver. Always say the right thing.
There's nothing wrong with your kitchen, Mrs. Chandler. Some of the handles may be loose on the cupboard doors, the clasp might have gone on the pull-down unit, and the taps might trip in the night, but it's still a sound kitchen.
Well done. Keep it nice and gentle. Bearing in mind that she is your mother-in-law after all and deserves your respect, even for only bringing the woman into this world that you know.
A sound kitchen? I should think so. Who made you an expert on kitchens? You make the design on my kitchen sound as easy as flipping a coin.
Do you know what? She's good at reinventing the wheel, this one. Straight talking is what's needed here, Oliver.
Look, you can't have any money, and that's that.
And, well, really, who let you... Why did my daughter let you loose on her money?
Look, that's not fair, Mum. This bank loan belongs to both of us. So before you say another word, either of you, it's Oliver and I that will have to pay this money back over the next 20 years. So I don't think it's very fair of you to come in here and ask for a sizable portion of the money as a free gift and expect us to have to pay for it. Is it too much to ask for my husband and my mother to stop bickering for 1 minute? We've planned for this money, waited for it, built our hopes on it. For once we get to do the things that we need to do in the house. It's for us. We didn't ask you and Dad for it. I know your savings aren't that hard up. You could afford the new oven yourself if you wanted to, and you know you can. You had no right to barge in here and demand money from us, using emotional blackmail to get us to part with several £1,000s without expecting to have to pay a penny back. It's not right, Mum. It's not fair. The money is ours to do as we please. You're trying to turn me onto your side to make Oliver out to be the bad guy. Well, it's not going to happen today. The money's ours to do with what we want, and you're my mum, and I love you to bits. But that doesn't give you the right to dictate my life to me here in my home, and especially not in front of my husband.
Well, I better be going then.
I'll see you out, Mrs. Chandler.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see. What are you doing down there?
Hand.
Oliver, I mean, Helen, promise me that this weasel isn't going mixed up in this.
Mixed up? How?
Well, you said Oliver had some money to spend on himself. I hope this repugnance parent doesn't persuade him to part with your bank loan.
I object.
Oh, you do you? Is this dote involved in a scam to part you and Oliver from your bank loan?
Of course not, I can say with absolute sincerity.
Mother, this is Oliver's friend, Marty. Marty, this is my mother, so prepare to be badgered.
Marty, why is it every time you open your mouth, you aim just to dig yourself deeper into a hole?
It couldn't, this vermin would stoop to any lengths.
Oh, less of the rodent comments, please. Anybody think I was untrustworthy?
Got to put a stop to this before Marty blows the whole deal.
Pardon?
You heard me. I knew you two were mixed up in something.
If Abigail finds out that Marty's behind the Cherbourg trip, she's not going to let you go.
Why?
Because I know you, Oliver Thomas, and I smell a rat.
Oh, here we go again.
Do
Vermin
I
comments.
need to spell this out to you, Oliver? Do something before she brings dark back or light back, and she'll talk you out of going to Cherbourg, I know it.
I knew you were both up to something, but I'd no idea what, and I shuddered to think. I lie awake at night, terrified that my poor, defenceless, helpless daughter will be taken in and manipulated by such shallow and manipulative men, will be powerless in the face of conniving, deceitful, dishonest crooks who would do anything to blackmail her out of your hard-earned money.
Defenceless?
Helpless.
For goodness sake, Mum, anybody would think I couldn't protect myself.
Look, Mrs. Chandler, Marty came along to invite me to an event tonight, which I turned down. He was just about to leave, weren't you, Marty?
Was I?
Quietly.
Oh, right. Well, I'll be off.
Just a minute. I want some answers from you two.
Oh, I'm not very good at telling stories, Mrs. C.
I don't care a flip about your stories. I want the truth.
Oh, about time I was able to restore some sanity.
Mrs. Chandler, Marty had come to persuade me to join him in a business venture which I had turned down. I was just explaining to him that he had to go when you arrived.
Stick to the truth, Oliver.
I thought we had an agreement.
What agreement?
No, you didn't.
Didn't?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not what?
Definitely not what they thought they had. Well, quite clearly they didn't, because Oliver was about to tell Marty that they didn't have the agreement that they thought they had, despite Marty thinking they did, when Oliver and I knew they didn't.
You could say that's again.
I failed to follow my daughter's logic.
So did we or didn't we?
Do what?
Do that thing we knew we didn't know.
No, we didn't.
I'm totally confused.
He's not the only one, Oliver.
It's clear as day to me.
You should be able to follow logic.
Oh, don't ask me, I'm only your mother.
Right, well, I'll be off then. Cherbourg, here we come, partner.
Now look, you!
Don't hit him, Oliver. It's not worth it.
Partner, I knew it. I knew you were in collusion with each other.
You and I are not going to Cherbourg, Marty.
Stick to the truth,
I'm
Oliver.
going on my own.
I forgot that was the truth. I'll speak to you later about this little arrangement you have with Doug to deceive Helen and go on your own to Cherbourg.
You're going on your own to Cherbourg? Of all them?
Oh, no, Mummy, it's not. He's not on a holiday. It's just a quick convention.
Oliver, I think you need to bring this out into the open now. You need to do the right thing. After all, Helen has just offended you towards her mother-in-law, which was quite a big thing for her.
You see, going to Cherbourg on your own, are you? Full of all the mean, despicable, low-down, selfish things. I would never have suspected you of the lowest traits of human character, Oliver. Sat here quiet with you, woman.
Right, I think it's better you have a clean slate, Oliver. You know it's in you. Do the right thing.
Of course, the truth is, Helen, Mrs. Chandler,
Yes?
I can't wait to hear this.
that I wasn't going to the coin convention in Cherbourg.
A waste of money, if that, I'm sure.
just this second, but I was about to go within the next half hour and I wasn't taking Marty with me. He's far too dishonest.
That's my boy.
So there we are, Marty. There's no reason for you to stay, and Mum, what we do with the money is our business.
I still say it's a waste of money when it could be easily better spent on helping a poor woman out.
She's good, but not as good as you, Oliver. Get that coin off her quick.
Remember what your daughter said earlier, Mrs. Chandler?
Well, if your mind's made up, but I still say it's not being spent wisely.
Oh, and there's the voice of financial wisdom. Get that coin off her before she flips it and light comes back and definitely talks you out of going.
Good point. Mrs. Chandler, can I have the coin back, please?
Good point. About the money. Well, why go? Wasting money on coins like this, when it could be better spent on the house.
Look, Mum, I trust Oliver. You know, if there's nothing there, he'll come back having hardly spent a penny. You know, and besides, every couple needs some time apart once in a while.
Your father and I never spent a night alone in 30 years.
Look what happened to them. Get that coin off her, will you?
Mrs. Chandler, the coin, please.
Oh, well, if your mind's made up, you better take it.
Don't move it!
Oh, but you won't hear the last of it.
Oh, no. This wasn't supposed to happen.
So, what happens now?
I have no idea.
Oliver, you have to be careful now, as we both have to you, so you have to make your own mind.
Don't listen to her, Oliver. You've got to make up your own. She just said that, didn't she?
What do you mean, what happens now?
I mean, well, what happens now? Now that we're all decided, Abigail can go home empty-handed, Marty can crawl back down his burrow, and my wife and I can go off and start ordering bathroom specialists, carpet fitters, landscape artists, and if we get it all done before lunch, well, I can go to Cherbourg on my own. To the coin convention, so if you all wouldn't mind please leaving.
Oh, right, you're going to Cherbourg on your own, are you?
I knew it. You're both in collusion.
We're not about, come on.
I'm going quickly.
I'm not going until the
I don't care, out, go on. Go.
Right.
Go.
If we're going out, so I may as well go get my bag.
Please don't. Out.
Well, that was different. Very different. Aren't you going to go after it?
No, I think we need to take this opportunity to talk.
Yes, we don't often have this opportunity, do we?
No, and bearing in mind what's just happened, we need to work out the best way to sort this mess out that we've created.
Well, you can go if you want to.
Only if you go first.
Oh no, I'm having far too much fun.
That's what's concerning.
Oh, come on, don't tell me you've never had any fun before.
How can we have fun when we are both alternate sides of his conscience?
But we've been deeply suppressed within his conscience. Now that we're out, so to speak, well, we may as well enjoy ourselves.
You see leading him astray as enjoying yourself.
Well, that, being nice to him, yes.
By being nice or by being enticing?
I can do both.
Well, I am trying to lead him to make the right moral decision by appealing to his higher sense of values, whereas you were just
running my fingers through his hair, undoing his shirt, and letting him caress me.
You didn't.
I did. So shoot me. Oh, come on, you're so easy to wind up.
Well, I wouldn't stoop to such underhand methods such as you would. How far would you go?
Who knows? Oh, come on, lighten up. Look at your face.
Oh, I despair. You are infuriating.
You have got a point, though. He has changed.
Almost a new man.
New? Or old?
What do you mean?
Well, he's back to his old self.
The way he was before the coin.
Selfish, deceitful, and uncaring.
Yet with a deep love for his wife and the desire to do the right thing.
A thorough rogue.
With a heart of gold.
Do you know, we must really find a way to revert things to the way they were before, to get the status quo back.
Yes, but so clearly we do find ourselves on the same side for once.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yes, fate is certainly not without its element of satire.
All we need to do now is find a way to get rid of, to sort of revert things to the way they were.
Well, go on then, pick up the coin and toss it.
But you know that I can't.
Oh, what's this? The great darkness has found something she can't do.
But the coin doesn't belong to us, so I can't influence it, as well you know. We're just figments of Oliver's imagination.
It's very strange to hear you refer to yourself as a figment of Oliver's imagination, whether you've been scheming and conniving and backbiting and leading him astray, and you are so Machiavellian, but you can't do anything save for the art of persuasion and seduction.
Persuasion isn't the only thing I've got up my sleeve.
You have another?
Yes. Let me explain. You see, we're both alternate sides of his conscience. You are the moralistic side, the do-gooder, shackled by the moral responsibility.
You mean I am the nice one who wants to do the right thing?
Whilst I, on the other hand, represent the spirit of free enterprise, the wanderlust and desire to strike out on one's own.
I think I prefer the earlier description.
Which one?
Scheming, conniving and plotting.
May I continue? With both of us in the room, Oliver is out of our influence. He can't be guided by what we say. So he's not going to heed what we say against the dangers that are going to come against him.
I've just figured you out. You're not about freedom and self-expression after all. You're afraid of losing control. You claim that I am the one who shackles Oliver with moral responsibilities, but you've been the one who's been misguiding him and influencing him all the time.
Have not.
You are. You're terrified of losing control. You're a control freak.
I am not.
You are.
I am not. And such petulant arguments are not going to help this situation. Anyway, as I sense they're about to come back soon, can I suggest a plan?
Go ahead.
Oh, come here.
We have to keep going through this. For the last time, Mrs. Chandler, I'm not in league with him at all.
Why don't I believe you?
I don't know. I give up. What can I possibly do to persuade you? Swear in the Bible, take out an advert on a Lancashire life. Tell you what, why don't I have a plane to fly past with a trailing banner to persuade you once and for all I am telling the truth?
I can't. I knew from the moment I first set eyes on you, when you came into that you were trouble. When you came to my home and you ate the last slice of Bakewell tart without asking, I thought to myself, anybody who can eat the last slice of Bakewell tart must be a trouble. And have you done anything to make it better since? No, nothing, not a jot.
If I remember rightly, you told me to eat whatever was on the plate and would be highly displeased if I left anything behind.
Everybody who belongs, that's as maybe, but if you went in polite society, you know that rule does not apply to the last slice of Bakewell tart.
Tell you what, with the loan we've got, why don't I buy a whole one, just for you?
Now you're being officious. That comes with being with that Marty fellow.
Fellows.
Fellows? There's more than one of them.
No, what's his name? Martin Fellows. He told me once. Anyway, I don't understand why you hate him so much.
You wouldn't understand. I knew he was trouble from the first time I set eyes on him. He came to your father.
Now look,
now
listen. If you want, I've no interest. I don't want to know. Whatever the story is between the pair of you, just leave me out of it. Will you at least, I don't know, talk to your daughter?
All right.
She can talk some sense into you.
She's the only one that would sustain me in my old age.
Old age? There's more life in you than the back row of the House of Lords. Helen!
Yes, sir?
Please talk to your mother.
Look, is it Oliver? Because if it is, I wish you'd give him a chance. There is good in him that maybe you can't see, but I can. I mean, would I have married him in the first place otherwise? I trust him, Mum, and there's a good reason why I trust him. He's given me more than enough reasons over the years.
It's the company he keeps.
Marty? Well, I'd hardly call him a family friend. In fact, I wouldn't call him a friend at all. I can hardly think of anybody less trustworthy.
Well, why is he always here? Why is he always hanging around? When I think of the first time that he came, when he's gained your father's trust and then used him.
You've never mentioned this before. What happened?
Well, when your father retired, he decided to go into business. He has always been good with his hands. He's always had an artistic eye. And so he bought some paint and some glaze, and to enhance some special select items that he was going to sell. He started small, raffle prizes for meetings like the WI, the Mothers' Union, stall at the garden, church garden fêtes. He was always good with his hands, even though he couldn't change a light bulb without the instructions. And mend the wobble on the kitchen table. It's been there so long that the people come think it's the coaster who came with the table.
Is that what he used to do in the garden shed? I never saw anything he did in there. I was never allowed to go near it, in case I broke something. Still, I can imagine he would be guarded if he was painting rare pottery and glazing priceless china.
Priceless china, no of. He was painting garden gnomes.
Is that where they all came from? Oh, and here I was thinking my father was contributing to the art world. Instead of a Wedgwood or a priceless Ming, we had a selection of comedy gnomes in a variety of poses. Fishing, talking on mobiles, flying kites, and mooning at the postman.
That was one of his better paint jobs.
Unlike my bedroom, Mum, I always wondered why my friends only came round once and never came back. When I said I wanted a fairy bedroom, he painted a mural of tall grass and toadstools over the anaglypta. Other little girls get unicorns, rainbows, fairies on gossamer wings. I got a recreation of the front garden daubed across my bedroom wall. The garden shed was there, and the frog pond, and oh yes, the garden gnomes. Can you imagine waking up each morning to the buttocks of Moody the Mooney staring you in the face?
Oh, I've forgotten that was his name.
Anyway, where does Marty come into all this?
Well, when your father retired, Marty came to him with this money-making scheme. Garden gnomes sold at garden fêtes and coffee mornings weren't good enough for him. He wanted gnomeforahome.com set up on a website.
Dad doesn't have the money to set up a website.
No, Marty persuaded him to go into his retirement fund. Needless to say, the whole thing collapsed and your father was left with very little money to reclaim his dignity. It was a good job I put most of it into savings, because the website designer that Marty recommended pocketed the money and didn't deliver a bean. So Marty came again with this idea that we should sell them at an outlet place. Your father said, all right, he put up the money to transport them and pay the retail price. And then do you know what happened?
No, but I just feel sure you're going to tell me.
Marty came and said that they had broke almost all of them. 10 boxes of garden gnomes smashed on the floor. I think Marty did it himself and pocketed the money because he was too lazy to work. Or there wasn't a retail park anyway. One gnome came back with a note tied around his neck. One they couldn't sell because it wasn't economically viable. And you know what the worst was?
Go on.
You know which won't know it was?
Moody the Moody?
Yes, Moony the Moody. I asked your father I begged him to smash it, but he said he couldn't destroy anything he'd made. So back it went in the garden, in full view of the postman when he came in the morning. Oh, the shame of it. The neighbours, they rushed past shaking their head. Never mind my petunias, my dahlias, my glorious tulips. All they could see is the spotted buttocks of a gnome with his trousers round his legs and a sulky face and his tongue out.
Oh, Mum, so this is why you hate Marty so much?
Yeah. You know, the worst though was that the other day I saw this these lads outside, and one of them was dropping his pants at a bus that was going past, and he was egged on by the others, and you know what they were shouting? Go on, give him a Chandler.
Oh, now come on, Mum, why don't you go home and have a nice cup of tea? You know, if you told me about this before, I would have gladly come round and abducted the gnome in the middle of the night for you. Come on, I'll walk you to the door.
I'm sorry I got upset, but if I see that conniving, manipulative man once more, I'll swing for him. I can't do anything what's happened, but I can make darn sure it doesn't make your life a misery.
I'm sure you will, Mum. Oliver, Mum's going.
Well, that's taken care of. Oh, where's the other one?
Oh, she decided to do the decent thing and leave.
Ah, well, I suppose that's all right then. Excuse me, what is going on?
Just a difference of opinion, that's all.
I think the sooner I find this coin, the better. There you go.
Oliver, you alright?
Oh yes, nothing's wrong at all. Why do you ask?
Well, you look like you've just seen a ghost.
Oh, hello, Lindy. Oh, never mind, it doesn't matter. Oh, yes?
Are you feeling alright?
Yes, just feeling a little, a bit torn between two,
Torn between two fathers?
yeah, maybe.
Lives?
More likely.
Motivations?
Most definitely. Helen, love, has anything, well, strange ever happened to you?
Strange? What? You mean apart from falling in love with you mean? Or strange like losing my head to a so-called selfish bachelor whom I then decide to move in with?
That kind of strange, yes.
I'm not sure I entirely know what you mean.
So I'm not sure I can entirely explain.
Don't tell her about us.
She's never going to believe you, Oliver.
Oh, come on, try me. I'm a woman. We deal with strange and I explain things every day.
You do?
Yes, we try to make sense of that which, to be honest, no sense can be made.
Really?
And we try to comprehend the incomprehensible.
I don't believe it. In what sense?
We call them men.
Oh, very funny. I was trying to be serious.
Oh, serious, you? Well, that's a first.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Oh,
I give up.
I'm sorry, man. What was it you wanted to ask?
No, it doesn't matter. Look, are you ready to go out?
Yes, I think so.
Good. Right.
I just noticed the reason.
What was that?
That wasn't
That
us.
was not us.
Something just fell over in the kitchen, but I thought everything was put away tidily.
Not sure I want to go in there and find out what it was.
Oliver, do the decent thing and open the door and confront whatever it is that's in there.
Do the decent thing, Oliver. Throw Helen in first. She can take on a rattlesnake and win.
Oliver, what are you going to do?
I'm going to...
Oliver, there's somebody in there.
Right. Tell you what, stand back. Do you have anything I can hold?
Here.
What that? Do you have anything I can hold in case whoever's in there turns violent?
You could do with something to keep them back in case they turn nasty, Oliver.
Such as...
Something to keep them at a distance.
Oh, great. Really useful.
A little heavy.
Try throwing Helen at them.
I'll throw you in a minute.
I thought the all-moralistic life wasn't supposed to use violence.
Oh, well, I can be persuaded.
Ah, great.
Oh, great. He's going to club him to death with that. Oliver, just remember, Whoever's in the kitchen is actually in the kitchen, and they're going to pick up the first knife they come across.
She's right, Oliver. You could do with a point on that. Try something sharper.
You got anything sharper?
Such as?
Try an umbrella. That's sharp enough.
Try Helen's tongue. That's even sharper.
I like an umbrella.
Oh, right, it's got one right here. Can we just flick that switch there?
Get off!
No, well,
Get off!
Oh, what are you so frightened of? Whoever is in there will be corporeal and we are not.
Yes, you have got a point there, actually.
Well,
What?
oh, Meg, get out of the way. Whoever is in there, I just want you to know that I am.
In more ways than one.
And dangerous.
Very dangerous.
And if you knew me, you would be very afraid.
And if you knew her mother, you'd be terrified.
Oh, Oliver, get in front of her and do the decent thing.
Oh, all right.
All right, what?
I think it best.
Hold on a minute. If you get killed, we will cease to exist.
Yes.
She does have a point, Oliver. It's about time you thought of some self-preservation. Helen is obviously far more than capable of looking after herself, and she's obviously handled
intruders before.
But you think it best what?
I think it best you stand back and give yourself plenty of room to swing that thing.
Oh, do the decent thing, Oliver. Get on with it.
Right, that does it. Who's ever in there, come out with your hands up or I'm coming in charge.
Oh, don't shoot! Don't shoot, it's only me.
Martin!
What are you doing here?
Oh, trying to escape from her mother.
My mother, why? What's she doing?
Following me round with a top that could strip the bark off a tree at 50 paces. I had to escape. The only thing I could think of doing is doubling back in and hiding until she'd gone.
Well, you can't stay here. We're about to go out.
Oh, a pity on a poor, defenceless, innocent man.
That's 3 words I would not have associated with him.
Marty, as much sympathy as I have for anybody who gets on the wrong side of my mother, we are not about to shelter you when we are about to go out.
Mercy.
We're not the enemy.
Sanctuary.
We're not the church.
Protect me from mine enemies.
Well, you've certainly got enough of them.
Oh, Helen.
Here we go again.
If your mother catches me in here, she'll kill me.
Not interested, Martin.
Oh, surely you wouldn't abandon a poor man in his time of need.
Now, let me think. Yes, actually, I can.
You know, I dread to think what would happen if she ever got a conscience coin.
Don't you have any of your dubious friends that can help you? You know, somebody else you can drag into your nefarious schemes?
Oh, don't be silly, woman.
Don't you, woman, make me...
Oh, well, I'm trying to be serious.
Yes, and I'm trying to be sarcastic.
Like we're surprised at that revelation. Helen, is he in there with you?
Let her in here, she means business.
I'd give that door about 3 seconds before she kicks it in.
3 seconds? I'll have you know my mother's a helpless old woman. Her off this.
What a good place to go, Martha St. Helens.
Oh, I'm not ready to be in the company of saints. Not yet, here anyway. Help me.
And why should I?
Oh, you don't want to see a grown man suffer, do you?
I'm married to one, and yes, I make him suffer whenever he deserves to.
Helen!
Oh, that's mean. That really mean.
That's women for you.
That's true.
Oh, felt that.
You were meant to.
What?
The blow you gave me. Women, why do you have to be so two-faced?
Who's two-faced? Behave. Stop this right now.
What sort of person would contemplate such a heinous act?
Every woman that's ever lived with a man, actually.
She's got a point.
She definitely has a point, Oliver.
I'm getting sick of you two. Oh, no, what's that for?
Just because I'm nice doesn't mean I can't deliver lawful chastisement.
It's not what you call it.
It reminds me of why I'm a confirmed bachelor.
Well, I'm afraid you're in the soup now, Marty.
Soup. If you abandon me to my fate now, Helen, it'll gnaw at you for the rest of your life.
Oh, right, yes, and I can just see it in years to come, relaxing on the sofa, lying in my husband's arms, looking up and thinking, you know, we never did get that blood off the ceiling.
She does that now.
She does? What blood?
Well, oh, no, not that. She lies there when a man should be on something else, usually drawing... Oh, I was going to say Scrabble.
Martin, come out here!
Oh, she means business, she does, honestly. Gotta get me out of here.
What, I mean she's going to eat you alive?
Yes.
Well, don't let her have any salt, because it's not good for her at
Do you
her
know, it
age.
would be interesting to let this run its course.
Well, if he's the main course, then who's the entree?
Oh, can it?
Oh, you can't possibly let her in here now. You want to do the place all right.
That's right.
Just think of this, how you're going to get my blood off this carpet.
Scrub harder on cleaning days?
Helen Oliver, is that sniffing problems in there?
Sorry.
You're on your own.
It's about time we saw some self-preservation from you, Oliver.
You're heartless, both of you.
I don't think what you're doing is entirely the right thing, Oliver.
Heartless, maybe. Exasperated, definitely. We have been trying to get out of this house and spend our money for the past 3/4 of an hour.
The sooner you get to Cherbourg, Oliver, the better.
Now we're on the subject of Cherbourg.
Oh, for goodness sake, will you two pack it in?
Hey?
I am getting sick to the back teeth of being dragged from pillar to post by you two ever since this whole thing began. I'd have been able to make a half-decent decision by now if it hadn't been for the interference of voices yapping in my ear.
Yapping? Me yapping?
Well, I like that.
Every time I say something one of you doesn't like, all I get is... Yes?
Oh, don't stop there. Carry on.
Love.
Don't you love me? Carry on. What were you going to say?
Well, it wasn't Belle, it was you anyway.
Oh, right, and who else is here?
Well, I was talking... Oh, never mind.
Oh, seeing things now, are we? Received a bang on the head, have we? Or are you in the habit of telling things off that apparently only you seem to be able to see?
Open this door at once!
That's it, I've had enough.
You've had enough.
Get out, both of you.
I can't possibly go out there with her there.
I don't care. Out. But where? I don't care. Out, get out.
I'll get you
I'll be ordered out of my own home.
Just go upstairs, go on.
Sorry, what do you want to do?
Nothing, just go.
Oh, Oliver Thomas, you need your head examining.
Well, that's got rid of them. Now, Oliver. Perhaps we'd better be,
Open this door!
Yes.
or thereabouts. Perhaps we'd better go.
Mrs. Chandler! Mrs. Chandler!
Open this door!
Oh, be quiet. If you want someone to sharpen their claws on, you'll find Marty's climbing up the back kitchen window. You have him out to the rear of the... and the rear of the house where you can catch him at it. Oh my God. Yes.
Enjoying yourself?
What? Now look here.
Well, I needn't bother.
What do you mean?
Looking, I can see you're in enough mess as it is.
How would you... A coin?
A coin.
What have you done to me?
I gave you a gift, I did, to help you see things as they truly are.
Of all the interfering, conniving, no good tricks.
Careful now, sounds like you're about to make a threat.
Oh, I'll do more than make a threat. By the time I'm finished with you,
You'll what?
I'm not quite sure.
Brought this on yourself, you did.
How'd you work that out? Oh, the other coin.
Exactly.
Well, it's not as if I... Well, I didn't mean... Okay, you're right. I cheated you out of a valuable coin. I'm sorry.
Nice to hear you admit it.
Well, you're a gypsy. I thought all you people... Well, not all, but a certain percentage of you... Oh, I gave up.
All my kind of people, as you put it, do not all cheat and lie. We get a bad name from those of us that do. Just like in your society, sometimes people tell lies and cheat. I'm sure the few are not a reflection on the many.
But what you did was pretty nasty, giving me that coin.
What you did was dishonest.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Look, you can keep the money and have the coin back.
Something wrong?
Sure, it was here a minute ago.
Perhaps you're not the only one round here who steals things.
No, besides the... besides the mark, how do I get rid of my conscience?
Oh, to live without a conscience, that's a pricey thing.
No, not that. How do I stop seeing them?
Light and dark.
Yeah, those two.
You toss the coin once to someone dark, and you dismiss it with the words, I thank thee for thy counsel. Then you do the same to someone and dismiss the light.
That works. Great.
It does. Then you must tell the truth to everyone you've been involved with since I gave you the coin.
Do I have to.
You do. It's the only way. Unless you tell the complete truth, you cannot reconcile yourself with your conscience.
I'll do it. But on the other hand...
You didn't tell me they were both here together.
Oh, the coin landed on its side.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oliver, who is this?
This is a gypsy I trained this morning. Something goes good.
What have we got to do today? Do we really need to engage a gypsy? We've got so much on. And what is she doing inside the house?
Your husband cheated me.
Cheated? That's a strong word. I hardly caught... well, I suppose I did actually cheat her. Yes, I did cheat.
And she's in the house
Because she's helping me repay the debt for which I'm eternally grateful.
What debt?
The debt? Well, it's actually the debt of, well, we call it a debt more of an inconvenience, really. You know.
Will you two pack it in?
Oh,
Boss?
I beg your pardon.
You know who I mean.
Oliver, who is this mad woman?
I told you, she's,
Oliver, she can see me.
Of course I can see you.
Oliver,
She's saner than you think.
she can see me.
I can't believe this. First you and now her. God, I thought she was going to walk straight through the wall just then.
So did I.
Is she gone?
And as for you,
Me?
No, not you.
Me? I must be talking to you.
What?
What?
Sammy, can you see?
No, I was just feeling a bit left out, so I thought I'd join in with this game.
Better leave.
I'm very used to this.
get out before I throw you out.
Hold on a second, I think I better do the honours this time.
Oh, be my guest.
Right, you out! About time I was left to make up my own mind about my own decisions.
But Oliver, that's all I've ever wanted from you from the start.
I know you have, but I can't have you without the other one. I'd rather have neither, so if you wouldn't mind please leaving.
So, who is he talking to?
Oh, don't you worry. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, pardon me for being normal.
I know that.
Good.
Don't anger an old gypsy woman, my dear.
Don't anger a woman out of chocolate, and I'm not your dear.
Now then, Oliver.
Ouch!
Oh, I bet that hurts.
Oh, brought it on himself, he did.
I might knock some sense into it. Oh, maybe not.
You didn't warn me that was going to happen. Oh, I'll just sit quietly over here, shall I?
Where is he?
Who are you looking for now, Mum?
That Marty fellow.
Marty.
Who?
Marty! Cold old sport.
Oh.
Ah!
Easy, can't it?
Come out or I'll break this door down.
What's her problem?
She doesn't like him very much. A bit like my feelings towards you now you come to mention it.
What's your problem?
You come uninvited into my home.
You don't scare me.
Come out or I'll break this down and smash it to smithereens.
You? Not a chance. No, you're a bit more like her. I find you a bit more familiar.
Mother, if you break any part of my house, you will have me to answer to.
Sorry, Lord. Mother? And she's scared of you? Okay, you're formidable.
So, how do we get rid of our two little problems then?
Oh, I'm thinking about it.
Two. Oh yes, I see.
You do?
Yes, I say we just set Mother onto Marty and watch them chase off into the sunset.
Oh, those two problems.
Well, which two problems were you talking about?
Why the two you just mentioned, dear?
Well, so why do we need the gypsy?
Because she tells fortunes, don't you?
Do I?
Of course you do.
Oh, good. I've got this little problem you might be able to help me with. I've got a lump I'm a bit concerned about.
Malignant.
No, not really.
Hairy.
Yes, but all in the wrong places.
Oh, what's the head like? Does that have hairs coming out of it?
Oh, no, it's pink and fleshy.
Oh, this is the gypsy, not your local GP.
If I wanted a joke, I don't want the local GP, thank you very much.
I must agree with your daughter. I don't see how I can help with her mum.
Well, he sits around the house all day doing nothing.
Oh, I see. Mrs.
Chandler.
Mrs. Chandler. No, I can't help with that sort of problem.
Oh, well, you're no use, are you?
Well, it depends what you're looking for. I can help with unwanted odours and awkward little things and The troublesome little things of life that just don't ever seem to go away.
She gone?
Oh, but not all of the time.
Oh, you've got to help me, Oliver.
Him? Help you? Him? You seriously underestimate his strength of character. He wouldn't lift a finger to help you. He's too selfish. He only thinks of himself.
That's enough. I think you heard me fine the first time. Mrs. Chandler, put him down, leave him alone. That's enough.
Oh, well done, Marty. About time you told her off, now you just
Now,
need to...
Marty, if you can't keep a civil tongue in public, then please just keep it in your head.
Sorry.
Marty, I think my husband just told you to keep your trap shut.
Sorry.
You better sit down, both of you.
What, next to her?
Next to him?
Look, just sit down, the pair of you.
I think I'd just as rather... I don't think I want to go to Sherborne now to spend some of that hard-earned money behind your wife's back, not after the way you've just spoken to me, a true and trusted friend like me.
Marty, can it?
Sorry, Helen.
What's this about you going to spending the money and going to Sherborne behind Helen's back?
Yeah, I'd like to know about that as well.
The truth is, everybody, that I think there's some confessions in order. I've been very, very selfish today.
Steady, Oliver.
Go on, Oliver, ignore her.
Selfish?
No. Hold on. Listen, it's all... I think a few apologies are in order.
Oh, that's about time I was apologised to.
Shut up.
Sorry.
It's about time I was apologised to too.
Mother,
For his rude and boorish behaviour.
Mother, just for once, will you have the decency to let Oliver speak?
Oh, I can't wait to... Let him speak then. Can't wait to hear what he said.
Mother, go on.
Started this morning after the check of life from the Loan Society. This gypsy woman came knocking on the back door selling any old junk.
Junk!
Oh, junk, I like that, Oliver. Sorry, what's wrong?
She had a rare coin with her which I fancied, and true to my usual self, I became selfish and swindled her out of it.
Selfish? That's you all over. You're always thinking of yourself, Snowfall, all the time. I've never seen anybody so selfish. How my poor daughter can put up with you when you put yourself first and the world second, I do not know. She must have the patience of a saint to be living with you.
I had many years of practice, Mother.
And what does that mean?
Helen.
Well, I can't stand her attacking you all the time. It's not right. You're not that selfish.
Helen.
If she would only look in the mirror from time to time, she might see what selfish really is.
Helen.
Well, I don't know how I stood it when I was at home all those years. I really don't. To think of all your tricks and to think that you came round here just to try and get yourself a new fitted kitchen without having to pay a penny for it.
Helen.
What?
What have you upset, love? Your happiness comes before mine, and to be honest, I think that's the way it always should be.
Well,
Hello.
What just happened? He's changed.
I think that's the most unselfish thing I've ever heard you say.
Just after the gypsy, Marty came. And I reckon he'd end up finding out about our loan and he'd want to get his hands on that as well. He had an idea about us going to this coin convention in Sherborne. To be truthful, I was going to go behind his back and beat him to the deal, and I wasn't going to tell you. I figured if I could go there and make a killing, I could keep onto a set of rare coins for a few years, sell them off and pay off the bank loan in one go. I wasn't going to tell you, but just now I knew I had to.
Why?
Because it's the right thing to do. Let's just say that my conscience came to me, but deep down it couldn't hide me merely from what I really wanted to do. I'm guilty of being selfish, yes, but I'm guilty of an awful lot of other things too. Such as being in love with your daughter, Mrs. Chandler. I can't cheat someone I love. That's for the coin convention. It's a pretty stupid gamble, but I'm a very stupid person deep down, really.
Not really.
Where'd you find that?
You married me, silly.
How can you have influence over him when I can't?
Because... Oh. I'm not. He's doing this all by himself.
No, you must be.
No, it would appear that you and I are out of a job.
Do you know, that's such a shame because I was just beginning to enjoy myself.
When did you suddenly grow up? I think it was when you decided to let her.
What happened to the coin you swindled on?
I have no idea.
Well, I think this little family reconciliation requires a little celebration. The drinks are kept there.
Hey! This belongs to you. Take the rubbish with you.
Hold on a second. That's the coin I swindled for the gypsy. I left it on the coffee table and it must have been...
What? I must have picked it up when I picked up my business cards. Funny how things happen, isn't it?
Not only did I steal it from her, but you stole it from me.
Oh, stole is such a hard word, Oliver.
You stole it from my son-in-law. It's a coin that he treasures.
Oh, heck, I think I'd better be.
Oh, here, let me help
my
you.
basket. Oh.
Right.
Here's the coin, the mark that you purchased from me.
Oh, that's the mark. Oh. Well, I think we've all got our things. I'd better be going. I'll see you later. Well, two-headed coin. Who are you? What? What? Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think I like the sound of this. No, no, Mrs. C. Mrs. C, is your husband at home? I think I need some moral support. Courtesy of his whiskey collection.
You leave my husband alone!
Did you just pick up a coin from your bag?
You did.
And was it a special sort of coin?
It was. Talking of which, yours is here.
Don't think I'll be needing it anymore.
Oh, you keep it. You never know when you might need it.
It's more trouble than it's worth.
Trouble is a lesson worth learning. Too much trouble, my boy. You take a lesson from one who knows. Look after your wife and good luck to you. You know, you really ought to put up a fence at the bottom of your garden. Anybody could walk in up to the house off the path there. I don't know how you put up with the interruptions.
Right, well, are we ready to go out?
I think we are. We'll be locked up.
So?
The kitchen's gone. Can you check the kitchen for me? Martin's closed the windows. Falling in. What do you want to book first? The upstairs bathroom? Landscape gardeners or the carpet fitters?
Oh, the holiday, I think. I think after all this, we could do with something to look forward to together.
I agree.
One thing puzzles me though. What was the coin that she just gave you that she found down the couch?
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
Oh, now come on. After that big show of unselfishness, don't go holding out on me all the time.
All right. Here. It's got 2 heads and the word Veritas on it.
No, it's a conscience coin.
You know what it is?
Of course. Oh, I was unsure what to do, you know, with the cheque coming this morning, then we had Marty and my mother, so I've been turning mine over all morning.